A very good morning to everyone. Today we will deal with poem 3rd of 12th standard. The name of the poem is Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. So student, this poem is from your Flamingo book, and this is the poem number 3rd. As the name indicates, keeping quiet. Keeping quiet, what is the benefits to for some to remain quiet for some time, how it will affect us, how it will give us a positive feedback, that all we'll discuss in this poem. So let's have style idea about the poet first, Pablo Neruda. So Pablo Neruda, the date of birth is given here 1904 to 1973, is the pen name of Neftali Ricardo Reyes Basalto. This is the complete name of this Pablo Neruda, the real name, who was born in the town of Parral in Chile. Neruda's poems are full of easy understood images which makes them no less beautiful. So the easy words are used here. The poem is not that much complicated. Poem is very easy. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971. In this poem, Neruda talks about the necessity of quiet introspection. Please mark this word, quiet introspection. The whole poem describes only this. What this term is about, that we'll get to know in the poem. And creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. So in this poem, what he wants to do, he wants to share a mutual understanding between human beings. What he wants, what are the some of the things that are disturbing the poet, and what he wanted from us, what kind of cooperation he wanted, and what he wants to give a message. Let's see in the poem. What does the title of the poem suggest to you? What do you think the poem is about? As the name indicates, we are having certain idea in our mind that the whole poem will discuss the importance of quietness and another important term, that is quiet introspection. So here let me clear you what is introspection. Introspection is self-judging. Introspection is meditation, self-judging to realize what we are doing and what we should do. Let's start the poem. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. So the poem begins with the idea that now we including the poet is requesting to everyone that now we will count to 12. We will count to up to 12. Why only 12? Why not another digit? Because 12 is the time we are having 12 months. Fine, 12 hours like this. At the time of 12, all the three, there is a one time comes in the clock where all the three swings meet with each other at the clock. So this is the time of unity. So here now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. So the poet is requesting, as soon as I'll count up to 12, we all will be still. We will not do anything. We will leave all our work. We will not do, we'll just sit still. Just see, imagine how what kind of world it will be when for some time every activity will be stopped. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. As I told in first two lines, that this the poet is not talking about any particular city, any particular locality, but he's talking about the whole world. So he is saying, for once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. In any language, because different countries are having different languages. So he is saying, let's, on the first time, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second. 1 second is just to say, because we can't do anything in just 1 second, but he's requesting at least for 1 second, let's not speak in any language. And not move our arms so much. Not move our arms so much. Let's not do any activity. Let's keep still. Stop everything for some seconds. So he is requesting the whole world that even for some seconds, please stop all the activities. It would be an exotic moment. Exotic means extraordinary, as we can also assume that if the whole world stops for few seconds, what kind of situation it will be. It will be an extraordinary moment, without rush, because nobody will be walking, nobody will be driving anything. So without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. And if we are successful in doing this, if all agree with me and all stop for some time, the whole world stop for some seconds, then what will happen? There will be no rush in the world, no engine will be working, because machineries are also operated by human beings only. Then what will happen? We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. We will all be together in the mental level, in the sudden strangeness, when on the surface of the earth there will be no activity, nobody will be doing anything. On the other hand, on the mental level, what we will be doing? Let's see what the poet is having plan in his mind. What will be the effect of this if we stop all our activities? What are the some of the effects that we will face? What will happen then? Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Obviously, if fishermen will not go for fishing, then they will not harm any whales. Here, whales are the symbol of fishermen, and whales the symbol of strong and weak persons also. So nobody will harm anyone. Even the fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Why? Because they will stop all their activities for some time. And the man gathering salts would look at his hurt hands. And students, you know that if a person is busy in gathering salts or working in that scenario, then what will happen? His hands will be hurt. So he is not having that much time to look at his hurt hands, because he wanted to gather more and more salt to earn more and more. So if he stops for some time, then what will happen? The man gathering salt, the man who is doing activity for his livelihood, and what is the activity? Gathering salt, would look at his hurt hands. He will realize that in his greed to earn more and more money, what has done to him? His hands are hurt. He will have that much of time to realize what he is doing. So this is very important, the poet is requesting here. Let's come. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors. Next, first he told that what will happen. First, the fisherman in the cold sea would not harm the whales. Second, the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. And third, those who prepare green wars. Green wars is our deforestation. The way we are harming our environment. Green war is war against greenery, war against nature. So those are busy in disturbing our environment, cutting trees. And wars with gas, those are preparing weapons. Wars with fire, it means those who are preparing green wars and wars with gas. And what happens in this green war and war with gas? Victory with no survivors. Ultimately, we, the human beings, will be sufferer of all these activities. Now, what they will do? They would put on clean clothes and walk about their brothers. They will put clean clothes. What does it mean? The person who is busy in preparing war with gas, war with fire, then you know it very well how they are working with that chemical, and that dismats their clothes. So what they will do? They will put clean clothes, and they will also walk with their brothers in the shade, doing nothing for some time. They will also stop, and for some time, if their production stop, you can assume how much the world can be saved. A person who is busy in, human beings are busy in destroying environment, green wars, and for some seconds, for some minutes, if they stop their activities, this will ultimately help us a lot. So for some time they will put clean clothes, and they will walk about with their brothers in the shade, doing nothing. I hope it is clear up to now. What are the some of the effects? Now he is explaining his term to us. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Now the poet is saying, now students, what idea you are having? We are doing nothing. We are total inactive. We will not do anything. We will not do any work. We will not work. We will just keep still for some minutes. But it doesn't mean total inactivity. Why? Because we are active on the mental level. We are working on the mental level. So he's clearing here. He is clarifying that what I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. So life goes on. If we are in lockdown situation, we are at the home. Fine, we are not doing anything. We are just lying on the bed. But our brain is active. We are active at the mental level. We are planning what we will do, how we will solve our problems, what will happen next. So life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. No truck with death means he is not saying that do just leave everything. No, he is not in favor of inactivity, he is not in favor of death. Life is what it is. If we were so single minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. So in these lines, what the poet is saying, for once could do nothing. We are very busy in keeping our lives moving. It's quite natural. If you want to live a good life, then we have to earn. If we have to earn, then we have to move. If we have to move, then we have to do a lot of work. So he's saying life is what keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing. He's requesting at least for once, let's stop doing anything. Perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness. Maybe this huge silence, when the whole world will be silent, whole world will be together in a sudden strangeness, this might interrupt this sadness. What kind of sadness? That we are running, we are not living our life, we are not enjoying our life, we are just running it. We want to store more and more money, we want more and more luxuries. So this sadness of never understanding ourselves and threatening ourselves with death. So maybe we will realize that we are living, so we should live, we should enjoy our life. We should not just pass our life, we should enjoy every moment. So in the last what he's saying, perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Very important, student. This also you have realized in your life. If autumn season comes, so it seems that everything is dead, trees are bare, leaves has fallen down and everything is so dull. But what happens when spring comes? Those trees again, they become alive. So this earth is teaching us that when everything seems dead, still there are some chances that it will be alive. So this is a simple line. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So we should not be disheartened, we should not think that our sorrows, our melancholy are forever. No, they can be changed. They are, but what we need to think about it. We need to think what we have done wrong, where we are going, and what we can improve. So in the last line again he is repeating, now I'll count up to 12. So he has explained everything, what will be the effect. There will be no rush, there will be no engine, and the fisherman will not harm the whales, and man gathering salt will look at his hurt hands. The man, those are preparing green war with gas, they will put up the clean clothes and they will walk about with their brothers. And he clears it also, I don't want total inactivity, I want a slight pause on which we can think where we are going, what we are doing. And we are not understanding ourselves and we are just passing our life, we are not enjoying it. So he's saying one important thing that he says, that the earth teaches that when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So we should be optimistic, we should have positive approach, we should not think negative. So at the last he is saying, now I'll count up to 12, I have explained the everything that is in my mind, and you keep quiet and I will go. So I request the whole world not to do anything even for some seconds, so that we can realize from where we are coming and where we are heading. So student, this is a very easy poem of 12th standard, Keeping Quiet. The words are very easy and the central idea of the poem is, I hope, clear to everyone.